forces. Shit, we have enough discipline where we're not even giving a fuck about fashion or none of that. These motherfuckers, all they wear is black all day. You know how much money they saving on fucking, not fucking with Nike and all this other stupid shit that we fuck with? Like, come on, man. Because they trying to build their fucking nation. They make sure they all have vans so they could have 10 kids apiece. Like, they know what the fuck they doing. They got plans and rules that they keep in regulation. They keep themselves disciplined. They save, they build with each other. They, you know what I mean? Make sure the dollar goes around their community, you know what I mean, for at least a week or so. They said our shit stays.
And their marriages are probably already arranged at birth. Like
all of that. Or
blood
if they're not, they're arranged in a way that's more about, you know, the sensible shit rather than the emotional, you know, sexual shit. You know what I mean? They actually might have their parents involved in the decision. Oh, wow, that sounds crazy. You know what I mean? But that's actually leads to sounder partnerships when the parents are involved.
What about this?
Better.
To get a independent black community, whatever. What about this boule, man? I've been reading this that Charles Wesley created the boule. You know about the boule?
Yes.
And they're like elite black people to kind of shut other black people down.
Right. Yeah.
The shit doesn't end. Like W.B. Du Bois, all these motherfuckers are here.
Those are agents of white supremacy, though.
Yeah, and they're still.
And they were groomed. They were groomed in the colleges.
Yes, the colleges are.
And a lot of them started as teachers.
They're all white.
Started as teachers.
Yes, they're all funded by all the black colleges are funded by white money.
Right, and if you trace it back, it all traces back to Rockefeller. They're the ones that control the education in this company, in this country. So whatever you know, is some shit that Rockefeller put in your brain. Okay? On all from the theory of evolution to all kinds of stuff. Okay?
Yep.
So just know that.
So we have a lot of layers of people shutting us down. It's horrible. God damn.
Well, yes, it is layers, but it's coming from a source. You see what I'm saying? They just have different arms to that octopus. You dig? And you just gotta identify that arm is attached to what body, you know? Mm-hmm. So yeah, they've been using us. They've been using some of our brightest, you know, once they get to colleges and all of that, and you know, put them through one of those fraternities, sororities, and boom. That's where they get the pickings from. Am I right or left? YouTube Live, talk to me.
Too crazy.
Shout out Stan Spliff. Stan Spliff said, in the family unit, the man should be head and the woman the heart. If you reverse it, everything will be in disarray. Thank you, Stan Spliff.
There you go.
I mean, I gotta be honest though, like that's ideal. That is, trust me, that's what every woman wants. Every woman wants to kick back and be protected and provided for. And you know, but what happens when the woman has to be the protector and the provider and the nurturer? And unfortunately, we have seen such role reversal. We've seen this shift take place over time. So, you know, either
right, and it happened unnaturally. It was systemic. That's part of the systemic racism that we're talking about. That the fact that those factors even came into play come from the systemic racism.
Okay, but the fact still remains. It's like we need the men to acknowledge it, step up to the plate, and
it's acknowledged. But a lot of time when you say step up to the plate, a lot of them is going to say how, like economically, how. Like, what do you want them to do to step up to the plate other than what they've been doing and been getting shut down at? Until we provide for our own people, they're going to go to the white man, try to get a job. Motherfuckers going to tell them, I'm not fucking with you. Or they're going to give the better jobs to their own people. And then we're going to be forced to the lower bullshit that we don't want to do, which forces everybody with pride out onto the street.
I hear you, Jamar, but it needs to be figured out. Otherwise, otherwise, there's going to be no end to the gender war.
Right, but the figuring out is not happening. It's not going to happen within this system the way it is.
Okay.
And y'all tell the man to just figure it out.
Figure it out real quick. Otherwise,
can't figure it out by himself.
You're going to continue to have black women gravitating to these feminist movements. That's all I'm saying. Y'all can take that knowledge.
I hear that.
And do what you want with it.
That's what they want.
I'm letting you know where the sisters is at with it.
That's what they want. That's what they want. So it's like, we all got to work though. Don't act like, oh, well now black men, so y'all, just figure it. We all got to figure this shit out together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this is a problem for us all. If we don't get it together, you're fucked up. If you don't get it together, I'm fucked up.
And I'm telling you, and I started the sentence with women suddenly being the protectors and the providers and
I don't know about protectors. What do you mean by protectors?
We'll do the providers and the nurturers, and we'll do that. But at some point, men have to stop being comfortable with women taking on these roles. And
how do you know they are comfortable? What makes you say they're comfortable with that?
Well,
I know many men that are not comfortable with that.
Not at all.
I know, I don't know about you, but I'm tired of hearing 40-something-year-old women talking about how much they got to do.
Right, but that doesn't mean their man is comfortable with it. Regardless, if they got to do shit, you're assuming that the man is cool with it. He probably
I'm not assuming that he's comfortable. I'm saying I knew I grew up in a household with a mother and a father, and that father my father wouldn't even allow my mother to pay a bill or assume any fucking responsibility, regardless of what he had to do. And I feel like the new generation of young men, and we're speaking from a mature demographic. I'm talking about the younger generation. I'm listening to my daughter and her friends talk about how I don't know if you realize, like, all the 20-something-year-olds, all the Gen Zs, they're dating these 30-something-year-old men because 20-year-old men ain't shit and this and that, and like it's a mess.
Well, listen. So
I'm going on y'all side.
I hear what you're saying, but on the reverse, you got these idiotic females talking about, I'm an independent black woman. I don't need no man. I don't blah 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 blah. So it's like you can't have it both ways.
That's not natural.
You can't be an independent black woman and say that you want a man to take care of you and all of that. Like, which is it? Like
that's not, but it's not natural. Like, women don't want to naturally bear the burden,
and
Jamar.
Niggas don't want to naturally not do what they be able to support their shit. You see what I'm saying? It's the same shit, but the system sets it up to where everybody's mind is fucked up. Yeah. Everybody's fucked up because you know what I mean. The shit they take you out of your element. You see what I'm saying? When you take a polar bear and a gorilla and you mix their fucking and put one in the other place, they're gonna be all fucked up.
Okay, so now that it's not a secret anymore, now that we know this is what's going on, how can we, the elders, how can we give knowledge to the younger generation to help reverse? Because we know how our generation got fucked up. Our generation got fucked up as soon as they started flooding drugs in the community and all our men getting locked up and shot and that's
everything why else. I see the only answer is for us to separate mentally, physically, spiritually from the mindset of our oppressors, okay, and truly come into our own. Like, because we still out here thinking like white people. And that's what's got us adapting a lot of these maneuvers. These are the things that the white man instilled in our minds.
Okay.
Abnormally. Now we gotta flush this out. The only way to flush that out is to regroup, huddle up amongst ourselves. Okay, like,
so we huddling.
We can't do it within this system like this.
That's what this podcast says. We're huddling. We can keep talking about what the systemic situation is. Us three right here, like-minded people, we're huddling. What's something that we can do or even suggest? Not that we're going to change the world.
I'm telling you, the first thing we need to do is get with ourselves. That's the first thing we need to do. We need to build on economics in order to bring our black men back into a situation where they can fucking say, you know what, you ain't working, sister. You just sit down and, you know what I mean, take care of the seeds type of shit. Like, we need to build economic bases like that. And the only way we can do that is if we separate and have the discipline to come together. So that separation is number one.
Separation. And not including
that. That's number one. That's what the fuck we got to do. So I'm telling you, that's what it is. And from there, we use that once the things we separate from, especially economically, that we separate from, the money we save by separating from those things, we add that to the till of nation building.
I am in, for example, our discipline, like July 7th, we're supposed to not spend anything. I think we should go from November 1st to December 31st. We don't have to spend on these holidays. They're pagan holidays. They're all bullshit. We can save our money, unless, of course, you get your essentials, food and all that other shit. That's fine.
Right, but all that present giving and all that, right.
Fuck Christmas. Unless you're spending on Kwanzaa, unless you're spending on black businesses for those 2 months, that's an easy one. Nobody really wants to spend money on the holidays.
Make your gift. You ain't even supposed to buy no shit.
Nobody even wants to spend money on the holidays. So fuck that. I think that we should save from November 1st to December 31st. Don't spend on shit extravagant. Fuck that. And we really show them. And we concentrate on black businesses only. That would be dope. 2 months. We should really buck a day. I think it's a good one. November 1st.
I think that's one facet of repair. I really think a lot of it is internal between I think relations really need some healing
internal
between
in the mind
and black woman. I'm talking about black men and black women.
That's what I'm talking about. It's internal in the mind.
I think
the only way.
I think if black men did a little more stepping up, I think women will follow. I don't want to. Me personally, I don't want to see a video of a black girl fighting, getting jumped by 10 Asian dudes whooping their ass, and the niggas are standing around recording. Like, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. I want men. I want young black men to start being men, and women.
And I don't want to see videos of girls talking about "fuck y'all niggas." I don't think y'all niggas shit. I got my Gucci bag, and y'all blah 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 blah. We don't want to see that neither.
Just for a change. Just say you right, sis. For a change.
No, we both right. We both right. You're right, and I'm right. You keep acting like it's just a man. No, it's both of us. Both of us.
Thank you, world.
I think.
Damn, black man, thank you.
Yeah, one of the keys too is get rid of them dumbass fucking reality shows. Black women beating up each other and calling each other, because black women are the most educated in America, but you wouldn't know that through these stupid ass fucking shows. We need to stop patronizing them shows. Fuck them shows. Protest against them shows. The images gotta go. And like he was saying, I mean, I think also like knowledge, man. Reading. We have to fucking force ourselves to read, man. We got to Read shit. Like read on the people that came before us that wrote all this shit on how to treat our economy. There's so many books on that. We have to discipline ourselves on the academia. Have to make ourselves accountable. Whatever group you're part of, you know, you get your crew, you get their crew, their kids. We all read a book. Let's all read this book. Let's discuss this shit. You know what I mean? That would be good during the November 1st to December 31st. Let's get that, man. Kill them economically. Then we're getting our shit done academically. Fuck, man. Just, it's discipline. We gotta have discipline.